Hey, what's up everybody and welcome back. My name is Camden and you're in store for a really great video today. It's Monday morning, almost lunchtime, so as soon as I finish this awesome video that I'm creating for everyone out there on YouTube, I'm gonna go get some food and I have some dinner that's gonna be getting ready very soon as well. So I'm planning out my whole day. That's one thing as an English teacher online you must keep in mind. You've got to plan out your day accordingly. If you're not planning out your day, okay, so maybe 1 day, 2 days, you might be able to get and skate through on that. But I'm telling you, if you're gonna do this thing like long term, not just 3 months, not just something, oh yeah, I'll check out Palfish. Well man, I didn't really get that many calls today, or not many people really liked my new photo, and then maybe not use it for 3 days and then kind of let it go. That happens to a lot of people. I've seen it. I've seen teachers get their video featured by Palfish as a self-intro, and then all of a sudden, they disappear. They're gone. And that's okay, because there's a lot more people, there's a lot more teachers coming in. I just want to share that tidbit of advice with you guys out there. Make sure as an English teacher online, when you got 12 classes, and all of a sudden you don't have food, it's not like you could just cancel a class. You got to pay for that. And then you got to run out to the store. You got to have your water ready. You got to have your tea ready, as I've mentioned in a video before. With all that being said, I wanted to make a video outside today, but the sun, there was too much darkness, so I couldn't really get the light that I was looking for. So I decided to come in, and I got a new notebook. It's ready to go. So there's some things that I need to touch on. Now, before we get into the good stuff, by the way, which I said the title of this video is the first 10 teachers who enroll and register in my 120-hour TEFL course. You guys are going to be in a drawing. Now, this thing right here, I was just thinking about this the other day, how grateful I am for this. This completely evolved and changed my teaching career forever. I'm just going to show you guys briefly. Like, you see that? Natural light's coming through, but when it gets nighttime and you got this guy on, it's pretty good for your eyes, number one. It's a lot of different lights. But the thing is, as soon as I started using this, my calls increased. Look, it wasn't like an overnight success for Palfish. You know, a lot of people out there, I think from some of the, maybe if someone catches a quick video that I made, they haven't really seen the whole story, but I downloaded the application, and I remember I set my rate at like 0.7 RMB per minute. I believe that, because I was like, the lowest I could go was like 0.3 or something. But either way, I remember my first call. I was sitting in a beanbag chair in Nicaragua in the dark. There was no lights on. I was on an island. The internet connection was like, I don't even know if it was 4G. I think it was, but still, it was on a Wi-Fi connection on my old iPhone. And I remember the first call, and it was like almost surreal. I couldn't believe it happened. Like, is somebody really calling me on the first day, and I'm gonna get paid for this? Like, is this real? Like, and it was. It was. When I got my first paycheck from Palfish, I was like, okay, boom, I know it's real. Let's put more time and energy and effort into this and make it happen. So in 2016, that was the year that I kind of started on Palfish, and I did some live shows when I went to Hong Kong, though. When you come over here to Asia, I'm not saying that you have to come over to Asia to be a successful online English teacher, but there are some things like time zone. I don't know how it is getting up at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning and having to be bright and shiny for these kids every single day. But being over here, it is much more manageable. Like, you're on the same time zone. Thailand is just 1 hour behind China. And so with that being said, just another great thing that I want to share with you guys in this video, because there's lots of stuff that people are maybe not really seeing it at the macro perspective. Maybe people are looking at it as something like, oh, I'm just going to open up Palfish and everything's going to be super easy. It can be to some people if they're user app friendly. But for some people, depending on whoever you are, your type of personality, and how much experience you have with using a device like this. And what I mean is that, like, look, for example, let me show you. Oh, I can't go in on this one. I'm logged in on my other iPhone. So another thing that you guys are going to have to get is going to have to look. Ooh, this is a good story real quick. When I was living in an island in Thailand, it was called Koh Tao, which is a beautiful island. I have some great, actually I have some good videos. It's one of my like third, column wise, most popular video. When I was living in Koh Tao, I still wasn't really, I had a few kids. I had a few kids classes by then. And I remember my phone screen was already cracked, which it is right now. Hopefully I can get this fixed once some people enroll in my course. And so what I wanted to say was that when I was living in Koh Tao, I was nervous because my phone broke one day. And when it broke, like it completely shut down, it was super expensive to, it was super expensive to get it fixed. And it was like way out of my budget at the time. And then I had to go to Malaysia. So after coming back from Malaysia, I was there and I was like, oh man, I went to these amazing Indian restaurants and I was like, why didn't I just get it fixed? I should have believed in myself and had the faith. Have the faith and have the patience too at the same time. Sometimes when you don't do something and then it kind of boils up to you, that's when you have to like strike and go for it when the iron is hot. Timing is very important with things in life. I've had to learn the hard way many times. So when I came back to Thailand, the first thing I did was I went to that store and I got the phone fixed. And that same day I opened it up and I made a video or a live show and I was like, am I quitting Powfish or something like that? And people listened and they were like, where are you? Like, you haven't been. I was like 2 weeks. I was just completely off the internet, really. I was teaching at like a daycare center in Koh Tao. And so I just kind of like was in the island vibe and I just wanted to kind of get away from everything. Like I tried to launch a course book like 2 years ago and it was a failure. My YouTube it was like all these things weren't happening the way I wanted it to. And that's what I want to say to you guys too, is like things aren't going to happen the way we want it, They're going to happen when it needs to happen. And it only comes from like discipline, dedication, and also your intention. You've got to understand where intention comes from and are your intentions in the right place? That's something that's super important with teaching. I want to have people who are going to be training with me who like really genuinely care about improving not only the kids' life, but improving their life at the same time. Because that's what's fun about life. That's why teaching is so rewarding, because learning is a constant evolution. Every day you wake up, it's not going to be the same. Every damn time you go sleep, it's not going to be the same, And that's just the wonderful the web and flow of life. So what I wanted to say is about this LED light. You see how I got so many things to say? This LED light right here. I'm going to be giving away a free LED light by mail through Amazon. And this is the first time I'm mentioning it to you guys out here on YouTube. So this is something I've been waiting and wanting to do for so long. And like, I could wait like until I have a little bit more money. But something inside of me is telling me to have faith and to reward the people who are supporting me here the most. Because I had to learn the hard way on Powfish. I was like putting a lot of time and effort into people who weren't really supporting me. And I was trying to get all these other people. But now when I think about how I'm going to do this YouTube channel is I just really want to focus on the people who show me the most support and the respect too. Because I'm showing all the respect and the support as I can to you guys out there. Because look, all I have is a camera. I don't have some big media company. I'm not paying Facebook for commercial ads and stuff like that. I'm just throwing up my camera and hopefully that some people are watching these videos and they can get inspired and download Powfish and start teaching and create a stable source of income. That's like a dream come true. I'm trying to help your dreams come true. And I know people might be airy-fairy, but it's dreams and stuff. Dreams can come true. They can come true. I was sitting in a library in Orlando, Florida, 2010, the summer of 2010. And I remember teaching a Brazilian student. Before she came in, I remember sitting there, I was reading some articles like, dude, this internet language learning thing is going to jump off one day. And I just, something like some voice inside of me was telling me that. And, Then, years went by and finally that manifested. It's manifested now. So what I want to do is, how can you get this LED light, which is going to take your whole teaching game to a new level? You see this? Look, you see how it's amazing. It's like, it's so good. You can get the focus and the light. It really makes your face look a lot better on camera. I'm not so handsome off camera. So, so don't we all want to just be handsome and beautiful? The way that I look at like physical appearance as a teacher, this is something that's very true. You gotta understand this. Like, look, if I roll out of bed and just jump on the phone, number one, immediately I'm not going to feel sharp, and they're going to know it. They're going to see it. They're going to see. I know my hair's a little wild. It's kind of long right now, but overall, I still got it together. I can still teach like this. But some people, I've seen their pictures or the way they present themselves, and they could do a lot better, and health, it comes down to health too. Getting sleep. I'm telling you, if your eyes are just tired, they're going to see, the kids are going to see it. And, the kids they're smart. They know when your attention's distracted. They know if I'm looking down, writing on something. I've done that a few times. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes too. Sometimes when the kid's not focusing and I'm like, oh, this would be a good time to write something down. I got an idea. But, don't listen to me on that. You have to take responsibility for your own things that you do in your lessons. That's right. I've had to suffer the consequences and take responsibility for what I've done and the mistakes that I've made. I've made a lot of mistakes on Palfish. Tons. And I'm still making mistakes out there. But the key is, like YouTube, I keep making mistakes out there all the time. I could have just quit. I was going to make that video outside. I could have quit. But I didn't. And that's what this TEFL course is all about. It's not about quitting. It's about doing your best to finish it. It's about doing your best to finish it. All these other courses are going wide and not deep. Universities teaching teachers, they're going wide, not deep. Why must you go deep? Because if you don't go deep, you're not going to know who you are. If you try to spread yourself too thin, you know what that happens. Look at history. Look how it's happened. So what I really want to focus is, I want to open up a Facebook group. That's the last thing I want to touch on right here, and then I'm going to finish off with the LED light. I'm creating a Facebook group, and I'm only going to, Gary's already in there. I'm just going to open it up to people who are enrolling in my certification course. It's not some kind of exclusive content or anything. It's just a way for me to manage all the people who are enrolled. If they have questions, if they need to get in contact with me, if I can upload a video, like a step-by-step, like how to do the video moment, how to check on your teaching hours and things like that, how to open up your schedule. I got videos on that, by the way, on YouTube. You can check all those out. But something more specific, that's why I'm opening up this Facebook group. Okay, guys? And the last thing, this LED light, the first 10 candidates, the first 10 TEFL candidates who get into my certification course, by the way, right now, it's not accredited. And why am I not focusing on getting my TEFL course accredited right now? Because I'm more focused on getting teaching jobs. That's right. I'm focusing on not just having candidates get a teaching job, but maintaining a teaching job. You should go ahead and research the turnover rate on TEFL teachers. One of the biggest turnover rates out of any industry. I'll make a whole video about that. I got one more minute. And this thing will be recognized all around the world. Camden Long TEFL will be recognized all around the world. You guarantee it. Okay? Mark my word on this video. The last thing I'm going to say is the 10 TEFL candidates who enroll in the course, the certification course, you guys, I'm going to say after 15 days, I'll kind of stop it or something. And then what I'll do is I'll draw, either it be like a question, or it just might be a draw in the hat, just old school. Just the old school draw in the hat with a name and a number. And whoever wins, I'm going to mail you guys an LED light out of just the appreciation that I have and just the love that I have, the happiness I want to share with everybody all around the world. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Share it. Leave a question below if you have something. Make sure you use my referral link if you download Palfish. Subscribe below and have a great day. all of you amazing teachers out there. See you soon.